Okay, this is section 2.4, and this section is fairly short. We are going to use this Venn diagram stuff that we've been doing in the last section or two, and we're going to use it to solve word problems. So, what I did was pull out some homework problems and worded them just like they are in the homework. So, example 1, and I put similar to two of the homework problems. I put similar because Alex randomly generates different problems. So your problem may look like this one, but have different numbers. So don't assume that it's the exact same problem. Okay, in a class of 25 students, 11 were math majors, 12 were computer science majors, and 4 were dual majors in math and computer science. Part 1 says fill in the Venn diagram. Now, this is not as easy as just plopping in these numbers, all right? Because we have these 4 dual majors, but these 12 computer science majors includes the 4 dual majors. So if you ask somebody, hey, are you a computer science major? And they're a dual major, they would have said yes to this question. Because yes, I am majoring in computer science. I just happen to be majoring in math as well. So the best way to go about this is to start in the middle and subtract your way out. Start in the middle. The middle right here is this 4 that are the dual majors. Subtract your way outward. Okay. 12 were computer science majors. That means this entire circle's total is 12. I already have 4 accounted for. So the rest of this circle is going to be this 12, but I've already got 4 of them accounted for. So that's going to put 8 out here, right? Obviously, I know you guys can subtract 12 minus 4 is 8. I just wrote that so that you would know where that number came from. So when you look back later and you're like, where did this come from? Oh, the 12 from there, the 4 from the dual majors. Let's do the same thing on the math side. There were 11 math majors. 4 of them were already accounted for. That means everything total in this circle needs to total 11. I've already got 4. So how many more do you need to make that total 11? Well, that's 7. So that comes from 11 minus 4. We have one more set of subtraction, and that's the total of 25 students. That's everybody, including who's in these circles. So let me come over here. That total is 25. I already have 7, 4, and 8 accounted for. So I'm going to take that 25, I'm going to subtract 7, I'm going to subtract 4, and I'm going to subtract 8. So let's see, what is that? 8 and 7 is 15. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 25 minus 19 is going to give me 6. That means there's 6 students out here in this outer part that are not majoring in math or computer science. If I add all this up, I should get my total of 25. Okay, now, this is the hard part. Once you have this, these questions should be quick and painless, okay? How many students were majoring in math only? Now, math is everything inside that circle. So there's 11 total majoring in math, but math only. This part right here is the overlap of computer science. So this 7 is your math only because it doesn't include the overlap, the dual majors. So it's just going to be that 7. How many students were not majoring in computer science? Okay, computer science is everything inside that computer science circle. So not inside that circle is going to be these other 2 numbers. So it's going to be that 7 and that 6. So it's going to be 13 students. It's going to be the students who are not majoring in computer science who are going to be the math people and everybody else. And lastly, how many students were not math or computer science majors? That's the 6 out here. That's the people that are not inside the math circle or the computer science circle or the both. So the trick to these is to start in the middle and subtract your way outward. Don't just start slapping down these numbers all willy-nilly. Okay. The next one, or last example here, example 2, is similar to 3 of the homework problems. Okay. This is a 3 Venn diagram example. And just like the last one, we are going to start in the middle and subtract our way outward. All right, 1 semester in a chemistry class. Okay. Students, and this is written out a little wordier in Alex, okay? But it says that 13 students failed due to poor attendance. 24 failed due to not studying. 14 failed because they didn't turn in assignments. 9 failed because of poor attendance and not studying. 9, and it's so many words, right? Like, yeah, I could read all that to you, but the way that I wrote this, I did not write this in paragraph form like it is in Alex. I structured it a little bit better. That way you guys could see that I organized this by one thing at a time, one reason at a time, and then 2 reasons at a time, and then all 3 reasons. Okay, so I want you to see that we've got the 1 reason at a time, 2 reasons at a time, and then all 3 reasons. I'm going to surprise you here, shockingly. We're going to color code this stuff, okay? So let's go ahead. We're going to say that poor attendance is going to be the yellow circle. And I just called it attendance. I just abbreviated it. And then not studying is going to be the blue circle. I just put study. And then the not turning in assignments, I just put assign. That's going to be the orange circle. We cannot just start here. This 13 means the total inside the yellow circle is 13. But look, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, 4 different regions inside that yellow circle. Our best approach here is to start in the middle and subtract our way outward. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish color coding this. So not turning in assignments. And then we have poor attendance. And then we have not studying. Okay. I'm a very visual person, in case you can't tell. So I'm very much like highlighters and color and accenting things so that you can see those connections a little easier. Okay, let's start in the middle and subtract our way out. So that means we're going to start here. This is the middle. The all 3 reasons, that 2 is right here. It's the overlap of the yellow, the blue, and the orange. Subtract your way outward, and we're going to work our way upward, okay? So we're going to start here, and then we're going to work our way upward. All right. Working our way upward, the yellow and the orange overlap. Okay, so look right here. Here's my yellow-orange overlap. See, this oval right here is orange, yellow. Its total is 5. That total right there is 5, but 2 are already accounted for. So that's going to be 5 minus 2. So that region's going to be 3. So that 5 right there is that whole region, but 2 of them are already accounted for. All right, let's keep going upward. The blue and the orange. All right, so let's see. Blue and orange is right here. That total is 9. So right here, but I've already got 2 accounted for. So that's 9. I've already got 2 accounted for. That means that number right there is going to be 7. This is the yellow and the blue. So that's this region right here. That one also totals 9. So I've already got 2 accounted for, so it also is going to be 7. Now we're into the 1 at a times. This one is the entire orange circle is 14. The entire orange circle is totaling 14. I've already got 3, 2, and 7. So 14 minus 3 minus 2 minus 7. So that's 7, 10, 12. So 14 minus 12 is 2. It's going to go right there. The blue, its total in the circle is 24. So that's going to be 24. In the blue circle, I already have 7, 7, and 2. So 7, 7, and 2. So that's 7, 7 is 14, 15, 16. So that'll be 8. That's going to go right there. All right, and then last up here, we've got this yellow. Its total is 13. I've already got 2, 3, and 7. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that just leaves 1 to go out there. Unlike the last question, this one did not give me a total number of students in the class. Let me zoom out just a little bit more so you can see the whole thing. This one didn't give me a total number of students. The last one did. If this one had said, a total of 50 students in a chemistry class, then I could have an outside number. I would have to add up all these numbers and subtract it from whatever total. But I wasn't given a total number of students. All right, so start in the middle, subtract your way outward. So in this case, it was starting at the bottom and subtracting my way upward. Now it's just a matter of figuring out what regions we're going to be asking for. So part 1, how many students failed for exactly 2 of the 3 reasons? All right, so we want the number of students who are in regions that are just an overlap of 2 regions, not 3. So this 7 right here is an overlap of these 2. This 7 is an overlap of 2. And this 3 is an overlap of 2 regions. Be really careful. Don't just come up here and pull all of these out. Okay? All of these include that 2 in them. Oop, I put a plus there. I should have put an equals. So that's going to give me a total of 17 right there. So it says exactly 2. It doesn't say at least 2. It says exactly 2. So it's that region, and that region. All right? Part 2 says how many failed because of poor attendance and not studying, but not because of not turning in assignments. Oh my Lord, that's so wordy, right? Okay, poor attendance and not studying. So let's look. Poor attendance, not studying. Okay, so that's that region right here, that's 7 and 2. So there's the failed because of poor attendance and not studying. So it's this 9 right here. But it says, but not because of the orange stuff. But not because of the orange stuff. So it's these 2, but without the part that's in the orange. So it's just the 7. Just this 7 right here. So it's the region that is the overlap of the yellow and the blue, but not the orange. So we get that it's that 7 right there. It's incredibly wordy as to how this is, and so it's really kind of takes you a few times to read it to really process what it's asking. How many failed because of exactly one of the 3 reasons? That's going to be this outer part. That's the people just because of bad attendance, just because of not studying, just because of not turning in assignments. So it's just the 1, the 8, and the 2. So 1, 8, and 2 is a total of 11. All right. How many failed because of poor attendance and not turning in assignments? Okay. Poor attendance, not turning in assignments. So it's this right here, but not because of not studying. So again, we get this scenario where it's the overlap of the yellow and the orange, but take out the part in blue. So it's the overlap of yellow and orange, but not the part in blue. Okay, so the overlap of the yellow and the orange is the poor attendance and not turning in assignments, but then take out the blue part, but not because of the blue. So it just leaves that 3 right there. So these questions don't require a lot of work, but they involve a lot of thought, because you really have to read them and you have to kind of understand what is being asked of you. And so that's why I like to bring in the colors when I'm doing these to try to help you see the regions a little bit better. Okay, so that finishes up section 2.4.